porch. Whoa, never seen so much concrete before. I ain't in the country no more. No. I got woke up this morning to a choir of singing sirens. I went out barefoot to watch them go by. Cut my foot on sidewalk glass. Gave a hungry man $1. He was begging, he was crying. Little later on, he was drinking on a 40 in a paper sack. Whoa. No, I ain't in the country no more. Whoa. Nobody talks like I do, nobody here at all. No, hell yeah, hey y'all. But all this raised on hard work, boy's gonna live a dream till he dies. I wish it was, but I ain't in the country no more. In the country no more. Go! I'm damn proud of my roots, my red wing boots and my blue collar. This chip here on my shoulder is a town I can't let down. Lord knows I ain't no Jesus, but I'll proudly be the martyr. Spread the word about that nowhere place that makes the world go round. Oh, I ain't in the country no more. No, I ain't in the country no more. Nobody talks like I do, nobody here at all. No, hell yeah, hey y'all. But all this raised on hard work, boy's gonna live a dream till he dies. I wish it was, but I ain't in the country no more. In the country no more. There's things in this house that a dollar amount can replace. And I thought of those memories blowing away through the sky. Lord, I won't ask for nothing if you make them clouds go by. Well, them clouds grew light as we came out the cellar door. It was all still there and our knees fell to the floor. We had a change of course, so the good Lord looking down. Well, that damn tornado must have found another way around.
You know what spreads faster than any virus? It's fear. Now when it comes to fear, you can either forget everything and run, I said or you can face everything and rise. I believe. And let me tell you what I believe. I believe that. I believe we gon' face everything and rise. We will win. It's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. And what don't kill us make us stronger, boy. Bet that up, take a swing at us. You better hit hard, cause when we swing back, it's like, oh God, it's time to knuckle up and fight hard. Now let's all buckle up and fight hard. Que Dios bendiga a todas tus familias, mi amigo, se parta mandito, vamos darle duro este video. Say it with me. I believe. Say it with me. But we gon' win the war. I'm from the bottom, I'm that uncut, real raw. When things get tough, that's when we show up. That's when we show out. That's when we show yo. It's time to knuckle up and fight hard. Now let's all buckle up and fight hard. Que Dios bendiga a todas tus familias, mi amigo, se parta mandito, vamos darle duro este video. Say it with me. I believe. Say it with me. Bottom line, no matter what, face everything and rise.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fourth week of action here in Monster Jam Live, where tonight we are here in the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, to continue the action in the Fox Sports 1 Stadium Championship Series West. I am Brandon Adam, the driver of Gravedigger over in the Fox Sports 1 Stadium Championship Series East, and tonight, again, we are here for West Coast action. We're going to have qualifying, racing, and freestyle. 14 of some of the best virtual monster truck drivers all across North America here tonight to continue the action en route to a spot into the Monster Jam Live World Finals 10. We're going to get underway with qualifying here. Each of our 14 competitors will seed themselves into the racing bracket. This will determine the round one pairings. This will determine the races for round number one. It'll determine who will get lane choice in racing in round number one, and it'll also determine who will get those 2 buy-run spots into round number 2. As of course, this is a 14 truck show, so we will have 2 drivers. The top 2 fastest qualifiers will get that automatic advancement into the next round. Very crucial in terms of points here. Points will be awarded here for qualifying, as they will be awarded for every single competition here tonight. We are just awaiting on our first pair of trucks and drivers. A very, very long course here that these drivers have to maneuver. A long Jersey style track where they're going to be using the entirety of this floor. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment when we take a look at our first qualifying pairing. Here we go. First up, this guy won freestyle the last week out. Jacob Cervantes brings out the black El Toro Loco. And he's actually going up against the racing winner from last week, Irving Marin, in the black and green wrecking machine, the Gravedigger. Irving Marin, actually both of these drivers coming off of 2 win streaks. Irving Marin in racing, Jacob Cervantes in freestyle, but of course, this is the racing competition, or at least qualifying the preliminary round. So this technically favors Irving Marin. Take a look here at what this track looks like, as both drivers are pulling to the line right now. Both drivers are staged, and they got the green right there. So you see these drivers are going to start all the way in the back, right next to the pit area, and then they're going to come just blazing down these very long straightaways here, just whipping it around that sort of hairpin corner. You can see Jacob Cervantes with the slight advantage here. Irving a little bit too early coming around the fun box. He kind of rides the fun box a little bit there, slows him down. The El Toro Loco looking to have a better pass right here in qualifying. A smooth pass for Jacob Cervantes, and that's going to get him a faster pass by about a truck length and a half right there. Smooth as silk was the El Toro Loco. That's sort of been Jacob's motto all throughout racing this season. You rarely see him make any sort of mistakes here on these tracks. And again, this very long Jersey style course that these drivers have to maneuver, so much speed that they're carrying into those corners. So a lot of control, a lot of precision on the throttle they're going to have to maintain. A 23.835 was the time for El Toro Loco. A 24.750, the time for Gravedigger. Tell you what, just studying the track out here, I'm pretty sure that you definitely want to be within that 23-second range, especially either in the mid to late 23s. So that's going to be probably the fastest range of times here tonight. Going to bring out our second pairing of trucks and drivers here. And here he is, Ethan Pawlowski, coming out with the Raisin Cane machine. And he is going to go up against Robert O'Neill behind the wheel of the Wildflower. Robert O'Neill, unfortunately, not finding a lot of success here in this racing competition in Monster Jam Live. I remember, I believe it was in San Diego, he qualified in the 3rd position. However, was not able to carry that speed over into racing. Ethan Pawlowski, on the other hand, this is a guy who's made the semifinals multiple weeks in a row here in Monster Jam Live, looking to continue that success. Possibly get his first racing win, but first he's got to go through qualifying. Both drivers leave the line here. Coming around the first turn, look at that early entrance right there for Ethan Pawlowski in the Raisin Cane. And there goes the Wildflower. Robert O'Neill just not able to find his footing with these Jersey-style tracks over here in Stadium Championship Series West. As it is Ethan Pawlowski in the Raisin Cane. Look at that, another nice early entrance right there. Very smooth apex around that final corner for the Raisin Cane. That finishes out Ethan's pass. And of course, the Wildflower is going to finish, as we will be getting a time here from both drivers. Times are in for both of our competitors. It was a 24.165 for Ethan Pawlowski in the Raisin Cane. That actually puts him higher than Irving Martin in the Gravedigger. So Ethan Pawlowski running a faster time than Irving. And we got a 29.114 from Robert O'Neill in the Wildflower. Tough break right there for Robert O'Neill once again. Just really gonna have to clean up his approach here before heading into racing. Tell you what, these corners, you're carrying so much speed into that initial hairpin that you want to just pitch it in as early as possible, but that's sort of the detriment that you can find yourself in. Josh Kingma, though, he's coming out in the Obsessed. Let's see what he's got here for qualifying. And he is going to go up against Adam Boyne behind the wheel of the Time Flies. Adam Boyne, a guy who I'd say has been turning a lot of heads here this season in Monster Jam Live, especially in this machine that he's in, the Time Flies. This thing is set up, tailor-made for racing. It has that wider wheelbase. It's super low to the ground. Really able to carry a lot of speed around these corners without having to worry about the truck hiking up on him. Whereas Josh Kingma's Obsessed certainly sits a lot taller. Definitely going to have to manage that as he goes around these very fast and tight hairpin corners. Both drivers off the line here. Adam Boyd a little bit heavy on the brakes right there heading into the first turn. It serves him well though. Josh Kingma though with a slight advantage as they enter the second lap. Coming around here, very nice corners around those fun boxes there on both drivers. The Obsessed still with a little bit of an advantage. Coming around the final turn now. Super tight exit right there for the time flies, but Josh Kingma actually having the better lap of the two. Interested in seeing what those times are. 4.050 for Josh Kingma in the Obsessed. That puts him into second place. New second fastest guy out here. And a 24.584 was the time for Adam Boyd in the time flies. I believe that puts him into fourth place. Yes, that does put him into fourth place right now. So Josh Kingma, surprisingly, I mean, when you take a look at the setups on these machines here, you'd expect the time flies to be just a little bit faster, a bit more functional for a track like this. But Josh Kingma able to really maneuver around that taller Obsessed machine around these corners nice and tight. And coming up next here for qualifying, we have the always smooth and consistent Chadwick Deerfoot bringing up the Bounty Hunter. Going up against the guy who is tied right now for the points lead, Jeff Gordon brings out the Maximum Destruction. Jeff Gordon right now tied with Irving Martin in the Gravedigger, a classic Max D Gravedigger battle, 1 and 2 in the points. He's looking to make up every single point possible, as this could absolutely be his season to finally get that desired points championship. He's never been able to really put it all together before in a singular season, just because he's been going up against so many other front runners in the whole Sim Monsters scene. But this time he really has that opportunity to make a name for himself and to get that title. Of course, though, Chadwick Deerfoot, this is a guy who's been competing for over a decade in Sim Monsters competition. No slouch is that too extreme bounty hunter machine. Waiting on these drivers here to get on top of those sort of fun boxes, sort of staging areas, certain mountains. Currently just waiting on Jeff Gordon in the Maximum Destruction. Chadwick is just already kind of staged and waiting. There you go. Both drivers now, they're on the line, waiting for the green. And there they go off the line right there. Both drivers coming around the first turn. Look at that. Really sliding into the corner right there was the Maximum Destruction, but Chadwick is keeping up with him there in that far lane. Both drivers coming around the fun box. Look at that. That front right tire in the Maximum Destruction just lifting in the air. That goes to show how aggressively Jeff Gordon is taking these corners. But Chadwick not too far behind. Great passes on both. Tell you what, it's always just mesmerizing watching Jeff Gordon, whip that Maximum Destruction around those sort of hairpin corners. The suspension on that thing, you could just see how much it flexes. Chadwick Deerfoot, though, very solid pass. Times are in from both guys. It was a 24.225 for Jeff Gordon in the Maximum Destruction. That puts him into third place. And a 24.238. The time for Chadwick Deerfoot in the Bounty Hunter. I think that puts him into fourth. Actually, no, puts him into fifth, right below Jeff Gordon in the Maximum Destruction. Fourth, yes. Coming up next here for qualifying, we have Jackson Mazzaro's bringing out one of the fan favorite machines out here, the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. And he is going up against a longtime veteran in Sim Monsters competition, Julio Balon Jr. in Monster Energy. Tell you what, I think this is a very evenly matched qualifying pairing here. Jackson Mazzaro's and Julio Balon Jr. These are guys that are usually super quick week in and week out, but they're not able to put it together to get that racing win. Hopefully, for the both of these guys, it could be their very first racing title that they might end up here later on tonight. Both drivers around the first turn right here, mirroring each other around this Jersey-style course. You can see the Monster Energy making up a little bit more ground, using the momentum on the downslope of that race lane, but the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm with the slight edge. Coming around the final turn now. Real good passes on both. Jackson Mazzaros with the slightly better pass right there. Tell you what, again, Jackson Mazzaros, Julio Valon Jr., again, very evenly matched, I think that those two are. And it definitely showed right there in that qualifying pairing. The times are coming in a 24.066 for Jackson Mazzaros in the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. That's going to put him right up there into third place, right underneath Josh Kingma. No time, however, on Julio Valon Jr. You remember last week we saw certain drivers, particularly Michael Alonso, with those same sort of transmitter issues, not sure what's going on there with the Monster Energy and not able to get a time. And that's unfortunate right there, because points are awarded here for qualifying. You're not just competing for lane choice or for good seating, you're also competing for points. So that's going to hurt Julio Valon Jr. big time in this points race. Really going to have to get that sorted out here. As we move into our next qualifying pairing, we have Angus Johnson bringing out the Ice Cream Man. Going up against one of the drivers, part of our rookie class here in this season of Monster Jam Live, Nick Miller coming out in the Scarlet Bandit. Nick Miller, again, a newcomer here to Monster Jam Live competition. I haven't really seen him around in any other leagues as well, so this is probably just first time competing here. Angus Johnson in, I believe, his sophomore year in Monster Jam Live competition. I remember last year he was in the Raminator. You can just see how bouncy the Scarlet Bandit is as Nick Miller's trying to whip that thing around the corners here. Angus Johnson keeping the truck just a little bit tighter around these freestyle obstacles. Ice Cream Man with a slight advantage here, coming around the final turn now. And it is a smooth pass right there for the Ice Cream Man. Really smooth passes on both guys. I think the Scarlet Bandit could definitely tighten up just a little bit coming around the corners, but again, very solid on both. Times are coming in. A 24.846 was the time for Angus Johnson and the Ice Cream Man. A 25.411, the time for Nick Miller and the Scarlet Bandit. It's not really one of the faster of the two guys that we've seen here tonight, but still, I mean, what matters the most is that they were able to just lay down a clean pass. We received their times, and hopefully, they could possibly look at what the other drivers are doing, take note of their strategies, and implement them into their own game to find just an extra bit of mile an hour coming out of those corners. We have, I think, one more qualifying pairing here. You're going to see two more competitors, and that will round out qualifying action here. Number one. Oh, as I was going to say, coming out here, we have Colt Durham behind the wheel of the Fox Sports 1 Cletus, our sponsorship ride. And he's going up against another fan favorite here in the series, Felipe Queiroz in the Obsession. The Beast out of Brazil, as my colleague Jax Cohen calls him. I was about to say, Jacob Cervantes, he came out in the first pairing of qualifying. He's still on top of the board with that 23-second pass. Let's see if any of these two drivers are able to possibly sneak their way on top of the board. Felipe Queiroz with the whole shot, but again, times do not start when the light goes green. It starts when the front two tires leave the line. Old Durham already making up just a little bit of ground right here, coming around the fun box, nice and tight as the Obsession. And it's actually Felipe with the better pass, it seems. A very tight entrance right there for Felipe. Dumps it over, though not able to control the truck coming around that apex. It is Colt Durham finishing out his pass. Going to be seeing the time from him. A DNF from the Obsession. Tough break there for Felipe. a 24.9703. Unfortunately, not one of the faster passes we've seen, being in that high 24-second range. And that is it here for qualifying action in Glendale. Your number one qualifier, Jacob Cervantes and El Toro Loco. He came out as part of the first pairing along with Irving Martin, and he told everyone to just sit down and watch. This is how you run the course. And he came out here with the only 23-second pass of the night. Let's see what happens here. We're going to see if he's going to be able to carry that momentum into the racing competition. We'll also see if our other competitors will be able to find just a little bit of extra speed around this course as they figure out this long-winded Jersey-style track. Folks, we're going to seed our drivers into the racing competition, into the bracket, and then, of course, we will continue with some more Monster Jam Live action right here in the State Farm Stadium.
It helped me lose my way, and there's a whole world to walk, so why should I just stay? Giving up that ghost to find my freedom when the end comes. I want that feeling, I want that feeling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with some more Monster Jam Live action live here in the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Folks, each of our 14 competitors has seeded themselves into the racing competition. As actually, we don't have any guy to show the graphics here, but we are going to get underway with racing round number one. Jacob Cervantes in the El Toro Loco moves on to round number two. He got that automatic bye run for being the number one qualifier. And joining him in round two buys is Josh Kingma behind the wheel of Obsessed. So Josh Kingma able to lock up at least 7 points in this racing competition. He secured 13 points in qualifying. He's gonna get at least 7 points here in round number two, assuming he finishes a legal pass. So already, man, Jacob and Josh, huge advantages as they open out their points races here tonight in Glendale. We have our first race underway though. Irving Martin, the Gravedigger, taking on Angus Johnson in the Ice Cream Man. The winner of this race will take on Jacob Cervantes and El Toro Loco. Off the line is the Gravedigger with a hole shot. If Irving Martin does win this race, we will be seeing a rematch from qualifying, and Angus Johnson super wide right there in that first corner. You don't want to make those sorts of mistakes when you're going up against Irving. Another bit of a wide exit right there for the Ice Cream Man. Just not a good line here that Angus has taken. Not really familiar with that left lane, as it is all Gravedigger with the advantage. Irving Martin will be setting up a rematch from qualifying against Jacob Cervantes in round number two. Will be interesting. Irving Martin, the time coming in a 24.388, so an improvement from qualifying. However, not anywhere near as fast as that 23.8 that we saw out of Jacob Cervantes. So still, it is Jacob with a slight advantage as both of those guys head into round number two of racing. Angus Johnson running a 26.030. Unfortunate break right there for the Ice Cream Man. Just has to kind of hope, though, that, he's probably in the back brain on all these other competitors' downfalls. As a quick reminder that points are awarded based on a round-by-round basis. The faster of a loser that you are in a round, the more points that you will pick up out of all the drivers that round. Second race here in round number 1, Jeff Gordon in the Maximum Destruction goes up against Felipe Queiroz in the Obsession. Both drivers pretty even as they come off the line right there. Jeff, you can see that early entrance, making sure they get the back end of that truck whipped around as early as possible before exiting that corner. Works out in his favor very well. Oh, Felipe, I'm not sure what's going on right there in the far side. It seemed like he got up on two wheels for a moment. Whatever the case, Jeff Gordon in Maximum Destruction blows away with the win here in round number 1. Tough break there for Felipe Queiroz, just not able to figure out these corners. I'm not sure if he's heading into the corners with a bit too much speed and it's causing the truck to hike up. Whatever the case, not gonna serve him well here in round number 1. The time is a 27.99 for Felipe Queiroz in the Obsession, a 24.341 the time for Jeff Gordon in the Maximum Destruction. Not as fast as his qualifying pass, only slower by about a tenth of a second, but still faster than what we've seen out of Irving Martin in the Gravedigger. That makes Jeff Gordon just got word, yeah, that Felipe Queiroz actually just barrel rolled into the far side wall here. According to the stream, that is not going to serve him well in the points. But again, Jeff Gordon in the Maximum Destruction, new fastest guy here in round number 1 of racing. We're going to get set with our third race of round number 1. Chadwick Deerfoot in the Bounty Hunter goes up against Robert O'Neill in the Wildflower. Talk about the complete opposite to smooth and consistent, with all due respect to Robert O'Neill. Both drivers off the line, though. If Robert can pull off the upset, I mean, would be pretty insane. As right there tries to get the Wildflower whipped around, and it's actually Robert O'Neill with the slight advantage. Both drivers downsiding that race lane now. And look at this, Robert O'Neill nice and tight coming around the fun box, and Chadwick messes up that fun box corner. Robert O'Neill pulling off one of the biggest upsets that I think we've seen here this season. Robert O'Neill in the Wildflower, he cleaned up all those mistakes that he had in qualifying. I'm interested in seeing what that time is. 4.080. Robert O'Neill recording, I think, the fourth fastest time of the night. Chadwick Deerfoot, unfortunately, with a 27.460. Uncharacteristic mistake right there for the Bounty Hunter. Robert O'Neill in the Wildflower, a very solid upset right there. He moves on to round number 2. As that was it for the first half of round number 1 of racing action. So that sets up, in round number 2, that sets up Jacob Cervantes and El Toro Loco up against Irving Martin in the Gravedigger. And Jeff Gordon in Maximum Destruction will go up against Robert O'Neill in the Wildflower. Kicking off the second half of round number 1, Colt Durham is bringing out the Fox Sports 1 Cletus, and he's going to go up against Adam Boyne behind the wheel of the Time Flies. Adam Boyne was the 7th seed, Colt Durham the 10th seed. See what happens here. Oh! Seems like that might be a red light call right there for the Time Flies. Both front tires left the line. It seemed like before the green, but I'm not sure we're going to get official word on that. Colt Durham might just be smooth sailings into round number 2. Both drivers are going to come around the final turn right here. It is not going to matter, though. Colt Durham in the Fox Sports 1 Cletus crosses the line first, so he will be moving on. Colt Durham in the Fox Sports 1 Cletus. Tough break right there for Adam Boyne in the Time Flies, man. Just too trigger happy on the line, and that costed him big time. Yes, and we do make it official. It was a disqualification, a red light disqualification on Adam Boyne. Cletus, on the other hand, running a 24.488. So in that mid 24-second range, not one of the faster passes that we've seen, but still solid Next race here for round number 1 of racing action. The Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. Jackson Mazzaros goes up against Monster Energy's Julio Ballon Jr. Actually a rematch from qualifying. And I believe they're also in the same lanes as they were in qualifying. So this is a pretty interesting pairing right here. Both of these drivers were neck and neck with each other all throughout their qualifying passes. And we're seeing here they're neck and neck again. Jackson Mazzaros with a slight edge, maybe by about a tire length. Julio Ballon Jr. really taking a very tight apex coming around the fun box. The Team Hot Wheels Firestorm with a slight advantage, and Jackson Mazzaros is going to win this race right here. Julio Ballon Jr. Solid effort right there from the Monster Energy, but not able to beat out Jackson, as he will record the faster pass of the two. It is repeat here in round number 1 of racing action. Still, unfortunately, no time for the Monster Energy machine. Julio Ballon Jr. not sure what's going on right there with him. But that's actually going to hurt him big time. Again, he's not going to get any points here from qualifying or racing, or at most he's only going to get 1. Really tough break right there for Julio Ballon Jr. On the other hand, Jackson Mazzaros with a 24.065, a very good pass right there for the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. Jackson Mazzaros with a lot of momentum heading into round number 2, and he will take on the winner of this race right here. Ethan Pawlowski in the Raisin Cane goes up against Nick Miller in the Scarlet Bandit. Ethan Pawlowski, I believe, 6th in qualifying. Scarlet Bandits, Nick Miller, 11th seed. Both drivers are on those flower lines, as you can see right there. Oh, and it seems like, I'm not sure if that was a red light for the Scarlet Bandit, but whatever the case, a very late start. Ethan Pawlowski in the Raisin Cane, as long as he does not make any mistakes here, it's smooth sailings here for that white and blue machine here. Both drivers coming around the fun box. Oh man, Scarlet Bandit all the way out. Almost going into the concrete right there. As that is Ethan Pawlowski moving on to round number 2. Not sure what is up with that near lane light right there. That's the second time we've seen a driver in this left lane kind of jump the gun on the lights. I tell you what, I guess some of these drivers are a little bit too trigger happy. Just a little bit too many nerves flaring up here. Out of these drivers, out of their physiological systems. Both drivers here, but take a look at the times. It was a disqualification, a red light disqualification on Nick Miller and the Scarlet Bandit. And the time for Ethan Pawlowski in the Raisin Cane, a 24.421. Again, another driver in that mid 24 second range. So folks, that sets up round number 2 of racing action here. We are going to take a look at our bracket. Jacob Cervantes, the number 1 qualifier. Martin and the Gravedigger, not only a rematch from qualifying, but also a rematch from our previous final round race. I believe that was the final round last time out in Anaheim. We saw Irbing Martin get the win over Jacob. Will Jacob seek revenge, or will it be repeat here in this second round of racing? Afterwards, we're going to see Jeff Gordon go up against Robert O'Neill. Second fastest qualifier, Josh Kingman, will take on Colt Durham, and then Jackson Mazzaros will take on Ethan Pawlowski. So that is our quarterfinal bracket. Irbing Martin in the Gravedigger goes up against Jacob Cervantes and El Toro Loco. Jacob Cervantes actually running in the opposite lane that he ran from qualifying. Let's see how this works out for him here. Both drivers go off the line. Irbing with the slight hole shot. You could see him leading by about a tire length right there. And it's actually Gravedigger with a bit more momentum coming off. And look at this. Jacob completely sends it up and over the racing lane. It allows him to set up for the fun box corner a little bit better, but still the Gravedigger with the advantage. Coming around the final turn now. Jacob with a tight exit tries to make the push, but it's Gravedigger getting the win. Irbing Martin possibly... I believe he got the win by maybe about a tire length. We're going to take a look at the replay right here. Jacob Cervantes, he really tried to crack the whip around the final turn. Look at how tight he brought it back to that orange car, but it was not enough. The Gravediggers, Irbing Martin gets the win here. It is repeat here in the State Farm Stadium. Gravedigger moves on to the semifinals. Jacob Cervantes, he was the number 1 qualifier. I tell you what, though, I mean, when we take a look at the times here, a 24 24.08 was the time for Jacob Cervantes. 23.97 the time for Irving Marin. Cervantes, man, tell you what, he's still going to be leaving out of this racing competition with so many points, as he picked up 14 points in qualifying, and of course he's probably going to come out here with a lot of points in round number 2 of racing. The winner of this next race will take on Irving Martin in the Gravedigger in the semifinals. Jeff Gordon brings out the Maximum Destruction, and he goes up against Robert O'Neill in the Wildflower, who actually had a faster pass than Jeff Gordon. Both drivers leave the line right here. We could be seeing another upset. Look at how early Robert pitches it in a very tight entrance and a tight exit right there for the Wildflower as well. Jeff Gordon, though, not too far behind. Both drivers with early entrances heading into that fun box corner. The Wildflower maybe with a bit of a slight advantage. Oh, but the luck runs out for the Wildflower, or does it not? Actually, Robert O'Neill holds off Jeff at the very end. We're going to get a replay here. I really thought that crush car was going to completely break the Wildflower's momentum, but it seemed like it didn't really hurt him all that much. Too early of an entrance right there, almost entering the corner at a 180-degree angle, is the Wildflower. Completely goes over that car, but barely holds off the Maximum Destruction. Robert O'Neill moves into the semifinals. And with that being said, folks, Irving Marin will officially be overtaking Jeff Gordon in the point standings here for Fox Sports 1 Championship Series West. Now that's assuming that Irving doesn't run into any walls or cause any venue damage or, you know, whatever the case, but that is it. We do officially have a new points leader in this series at the halfway mark. Our first semifinal race, Irving Martin in the Gravedigger will be going up against Robert O'Neill in the Wildflower. Third race here in round number 2. Second fastest qualifier, Josh Kingma in the Obsessed goes up against Colt Durham behind the wheel of the Fox Sports 1 Cletus. Now, Colt, you could argue that he got a bit of a lucky break in that previous round because Adam had a red lit. And another red light. Look at this. And as I say that, Colt Durham in the Fox Sports 1 Cletus replicates what we just saw out of Adam Boyne. And Josh Kingma moves into the semifinals, I believe, for the first time this season in Monster Jam Live. As we take a look at the Obsessed here, we got our cameraman finally being put to use here on the far side of the track. Josh Kingma in the Obsessed moves in to round number 3, the semifinals. As he does a little bit of donuts there in the center of the track, he is celebrating like crazy. A lot of twists and turns in this racing competition here tonight in Glendale, Arizona. The times are coming in here for both of these competitors. Of course, a DNQ for Colt Durham in the Fox Sports 1 Cletus. Josh Kingma, when we take a look at the time, running a 24.565. So not as fast compared to Robert O'Neill. Well, actually, it's actually just a tenth off of the Wildflower. 24.4 was what Robert O'Neill ran. Josh Kingma not too far behind with a 24.5. But still not as fast as Irving Martin in the Gravedigger, who did manage to get into that 23-second range. Final race here in round number 1. Ethan Pawlowski in the Racing Cane goes up against Jackson Mazzaros in the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. Both of these drivers leave the line right here. Racing Cane maybe with a slight advantage. Coming around the first turn right here. Very nicely done right there. Ethan Pawlowski, he set himself up perfectly right there for the exit of that corner. Nice and tight coming around that fun box as well. Tell you what, Ethan Pawlowski looking to make a statement here. Jackson Mazzaro's not letting him off the hook, but Ethan Pawlowski makes the semifinals for the 3rd week in a row. Ethan Pawlowski having a dream of a run here in this season of Monster Jam Live in the racing competition. Jackson Mazzaros, I'll tell you what, he put up every bit of effort that he could against the Raisin Cane. A very solid effort from Jackson Mazzaros. We take a look at the times right here. It was a 24.331 for the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm, and the time for the Raising Cane was a 24.089. Ethan Pawlowski, third week in a row, he makes it to the semifinals. And that sets up our final four. Irving Martin in the Gravedigger goes up against Robert O'Neill in the Wildflower. That is shaping up to be probably one of the faster races of tonight. Josh Kingma in the Obsessed goes up against Ethan Pawlowski in the Raisin Cane. Irving Martin in Gravedigger has lane choice in this first semifinal matchup. And it seems like Irving Martin is going to take that far lane, the right lane. But that puts Robert O'Neill in his favored lane, which has been the left lane. So both of these drivers in their desired lanes. Both drivers pulling up to those flower lines right there. And they take off the line. Let's see who's going to punch their ticket into the finals first. Look at that, Robert O'Neill whipping his truck around that first corner right there. Robert maybe with a bit of a slight advantage right here. Both drivers mirroring each other as they come around the fun box right here. The Gravedigger opening up a huge advantage though, maybe by about a truck length, coming around the final turn. Oh man, and it is Irving Martin and the Gravedigger making it to the final round yet again. Irving Martin looks unstoppable here this season in Monster Jam Live Racing, making it to the final round, I believe for either the third or fourth time in a row. Fourth time in a row, yeah, he made the final round in the first stop and he got beat out by Jeff. And then ever since then, he's won every single racing competition in this season. So he's going to make it over to the finals yet again. Who is he going to take on, though? Josh Kingma, second fastest qualifier, comes out in the Obsessed. And he's going to go up against the guy who has been consistently in the semifinals, Ethan Pawlowski in the Raisin Cane. Ethan actually had lane choice in this matchup. Ethan Pawlowski taking that far side lane, the right side lane. And both drivers off the line right there. Raisin Cane with a slight advantage. Both drivers coming around the first corner right here. Josh, he kind of washes out the back end a little bit right there on the exit of that first corner. That opens up the advantage to Ethan. Coming around the second turn, the Raisin Cane building and building here with the lead. And for the first time this season, Ethan Pawlowski makes the final round. Ethan Pawlowski with the best racing performance that we've ever seen out of him in Monster Jam Live. Josh Kingma, tell you what though, second place in qualifying, making the semifinals as well. I mean, an unbelievable points night that Josh Kingma's had in these first two competitions here in Glendale. Fantastic job from the Obsessed. However, that sets up our championship round race. We're going to take a look here. We're going to meet our final round contenders.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. We are going to meet our final round contenders right here. Pulling up to the line for the first time in the championship race, Ethan Pawlowski brings out the Raisin Cane. However, he has to get past the guy who has been on a racing streak, looking for his third racing victory in a row. Irving Martin represents 35 years of the Gravedigger. Irving Martin with lane choice in this final round, bumping Ethan over to the near lane. Both drivers going to take off the line right here. The Raisin Cane with a slight hole shot as both drivers enter the first corner. Early entrance right there. Ethan clipping the car right there, but still holding on to it. Both drivers even as they enter the fun box. Very early approach right there from the Gravedigger coming around the fun box right there. Opening out with the lead is Irving. They come around the final turn right now. Down to the wire. And it's Gravedigger getting the win for the third week in a row in Fox Sports 1 Stadium Championship Series West. Ethan Pawlowski, nothing to take away from the guy. A phenomenal racing showing out here for the Raising Cane. But Irving Martin, this guy has been unstoppable in the Fox Sports 1 Championship Series West. Irving Martin, third week in a row, he wins racing. And tell you what, that allows him to build on his points lead even more as he moves away from Jeff Gordon and Jacob Cervantes in the 2 and 3 positions. As folks, that has been it for racing action here in Glendale, as it has been certainly a very interesting bracket. A lot of upsets, a lot of surprises with some twists and turns, but Irving Martin again coming out with a victory. We are going to cut these obstacles here. We have so many obstacles, so many things, so many edits to make here on this wide open track here in the State Farm Stadium. Freestyle is going to be a doozy here. We got Harry's Chicken Bucket in the concession stands. We got the Stadium Glizzy selling out like crazy, so make sure you get one of those as we prepare for Monster Jam Live Freestyle after the short intermission break.
Listen to the kind of music she doesn't like, and she'll never know your story like I do. But she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day when you wake up and find that what you're looking for has been here the whole time. If you could see that I'm the one who understands, you've been here all along, so why can't you see you belong with me? You belong with me.
I'm alone. A revolution lies inside. I'm alone. No longer will this hate divide. Now I'll stand. I will fight just to survive. I won't be denied. I'm a warrior inside.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action here in the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, here for more Monster Jam live action, where, folks, we are going to get underway with our freestyle competition. Each of our 14 competitors here tonight will have 2 minutes to lay out the best freestyle performance that they can. I tell you what, there's so many obstacles, a large floor that we have out here in the State Farm Stadium. These drivers have a lot of room here to carry a lot of momentum into these jumps, get as much air as possible, string all sorts of different combos and cross threads and transfer moves together. As let's see what happens here in this freestyle competition. We're gonna see these drivers definitely go higher and larger than ever before. Coming up first here to set the pace is Colt Durham in the Fox Sports 1 Cletus. Starting off right there, and look at that, a transfer onto the fun box. There you go, he's able to hold on to it. Follows it up with a cross thread up and over the tabletop. Oh, a bit of a hard landing there on the front end, but able to keep her going regardless. Very nice transfer to start off the run. See, that's what I was sort of mentioning before. It's a nice sky wheelie, able to walk out the wheelie just a little bit right there down the race lane. Another nice transfer right there, going on top of that sort of staging area for racing. Oh, man, a huge launch up and over the cars, crossing it over. Actually jumping the backflip ramp right there. Puts it right into that cut obstacle. Oh, man, hold on to it. Oh, man, a hard landing right there. He's able to hold on to it, though. Able to find the reverse gear just in time to bring the truck back down on all fours. Nice combination right there. Able to catch the downside on that fun box. He's going to go for this cross thread one more time here over the cars. Oh, no. This time he's not able to bring it back on all fours, though. That's going to be it. Colt Durham ends the run with 56 seconds to go. He had a real good start, I'll tell you what, Colt Durham. Real nice transfers, real nice high-speed combinations. Had a little bit of hiccups in there, and that last one definitely tripped him up the most. Score is coming in for Colt Durham in the Fox Sports 1 Cletus. It is a 17 out of 40. 17 out of 40 is the score to start off here. Tell you what, we're probably going to be seeing a lot of that here tonight. These drivers, I mean, these obstacles, they're so large and they could give you such massive hang time that you really want to you really want to just stand on the loud pedal and just, you know, really floor it into these jumps here. Adam Boyne is going to come out in the Time Flies machine. You do have to kind of strike that balance, though, between, you know, knowing how active to be on the throttle and also just maintaining that general control and precision over the truck. Smooth transfer right there. Look at that. Very nice transfer to start off for Adam Boyne. Follows it up with a cross thread up and over that hybrid. Very unorthodox angle to approach that. Able to make it work regardless. Nice angle right there. Skying the truck up and over that cut race lane. Over the back of that jammer with some more nice hang time. Puts it into a slap wheelie right there. Nicely done. Rides it into the fun box. Puts it into a bicycle as well and strings a nice combination together all the way down the right side of the floor. Spins the truck around. He's aiming for the fun box. Oh my goodness, is he going to go for it? Oh, okay. He's able to land on top of the backflip ramp. Interesting transfer right there from Adam Boyd into Time Flies. Speaking of backflip ramp, he's going to go right for it right there. Gets a nice rotation. Oh, he gets to the consecutive right there. A clean consecutive for the Time Flies with a minute to go. Adam Boyd, tell you what, one of the better freestylers here on this series, but he's not able to really put it all together and fill the clock. This might be one of the first instances, though, where we'll see him do exactly that right there, continuing the big air assault. Rides just a little bit of bicycle right there. Doesn't really commit to it. Sets him up, though, for that race lane. Oh, no. Able to bring it back on all fours right there. Almost gets caught in between those barriers. 30 seconds to go here for Adam Boyd in the Time Flies. Puts it into a little bit of a slap wheelie, although he kind of runs out of room. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure what the plan was there, but he brings it back on all fours. Spins it around. Puts it into a nose pick right there. Ragged edge combination again. He's just kind of throwing the truck around a little bit here. That's gonna set him up for a nice sky wheelie up and over the fun box, though. Puts it into a slap wheelie. Able to get a beautiful combination on this right side of the track, the left side, excuse me, and finishes out the run with a nice slap wheelie right there. Adam Boyd in the Time Flies. A lot of good stuff that he was doing out there. Very interesting transfers. Very nice combinations with the wheelies and the two-wheel skill maneuvers in between. Those hits together. Score is coming in. It will be a 23.5 for the Time Flies machine. Adam Boyd, obviously that's going to put him into first place as of now. Still quite a bit of room, though, on the board for these drivers to take advantage. And tell you what, Adam Boyd loved the transfers, loved the combinations, but could have been just a little bit cleaner. You definitely saw him get caught up in certain spots in the run. Certain areas where you're not really quite sure what's going through the driver's minds right there, but tell you what, I mean, that's sometimes what happens in these freestyle competitions. You're just a little too deep into the sauce. Nick Miller comes out in the Scarlet Bandit. Let's see how he follows up that performance from Adam Boyd in the Time Flies. Nick Miller spins the truck around, gonna aim for this cut race lane. Tell you what, these cut race lanes are probably the steepest obstacles that we have out here on the floor. Nice launch right there. Brake checking it in the air is Nick Miller in the Scarlet Bandit to start off. Nicely done right there. You saw that little brake check, that brake tap that he did as soon as those rear tires left the cars, making sure to control his truck in the air. Nicely done. Oh man, a huge launch up and over the fun box, able to settle the truck down. Nicely done right there. Beautiful. Using the lip right there on the top of that step up to his advantage. Nicely done. Double brake tap in the air. Puts it into a slap wheelie all the way across the floor. Very nice job right there. Very good technical freestyling from Nick Miller in the Scarlet Bandit. Certainly a level above compared to what we've seen from him in previous shows. Ah, beautiful launch up and over the fun box. Arcs the truck in the air. Puts it into a wheelie. Oh no. And that might be it. Yeah, that is going to be it right there for Nick Miller in the Scarlet Bandit. Such a promising start to the freestyle run. Not able to stick the landing, though. Not able to fill the clock. Score is coming in. It will be an 18 out of 40. That's going to put Nick Miller into second place in the Scarlet Bandit. Again, tell you what, if Nick would have been able to fill the clock, certainly that would have been a career best performance that we would have seen out of him this season. But again, I tell you what, that's just sort of the issue with a track like this, man. Just psychologically, you want to go full speed up and over these things. You want to take those big risks because you're so blinded by the reward that you're going to get. But sometimes you lead yourself into very unfortunate spots. This is a guy, though, that is not... This is a guy who doesn't care about the risk to reward factor. Felipe Queiroz in the Obsession. This guy's willing to take all the risks out here to lay out the best freestyle run that he could possibly have. Spins the truck around, up and over that center step up. Starts off the run right there for the Obsession. Nicely done. Beautiful brake check in the air. Sets the truck down. Goes up and over that fun box right there. And gonna hit that double log right there. That's interesting. I don't think that a lot of drivers are really going to be approaching those sort of corners on the fun boxes. But Felipe Queiroz making use of those more niche parts of the track, rather. Nice launch right there. Tries to get a little bit of a rebound slap wheelie. Not able to quite get it. Nice cross thread right there. There you go. Up and over those cars as well to follow it up. Good launch right there. Oh, you almost got the downside, but you just needed a little bit more throttle up and over that jump. Crosses it over this entire collage of obstacles. Nicely done there. That's going to bring him right into the side of the fun box. A nice combination. A minute to go here for Felipe Queiroz in the Obsession. Oh, kind of gets caught up right there. I'm not sure why he had to back up that much. Puts the truck in for the jammer. Gonna go for the transfer. Yes, he does. Nails the transfer, similar to what we saw to Colt Durham. Oh my goodness, he flat spins it. Oh no. And he is gonna bring it back on all fours, but he goes into the wall right there at the very end. It seemed like for the most part that it was mainly the tires that took the impact right there. But again, you take a look at the wall hit. A little bit out of control right there was Felipe in the Obsession. He's going to get the green light to continue, though. Resumes the freestyle up and over the tabletop. Sets the truck down. He's got less than 30 seconds to go. He's going to do a 270-degree rotation into the backflip ramp. Nicely done. Oh, he tried to go for the consecutive, it seems. Able to bring the truck back down on all fours. 10 seconds to go here for Felipe Queiroz in the Obsession. See what he is able to do here to round out this freestyle performance. Gonna go right in for that angled face on the pyramid. Lands it right there. Nice slap wheelie. Very good slap wheelie to end out the run. That'll be it for Felipe Queiroz. Solid run. Not sure if that's going to be enough to get the lead over the time flies, considering that there were a little bit of hiccups in the run, but certainly a very solid freestyle again from Felipe. It will be a 21. Yes, a 21 is the score for the Obsession. Going to put Felipe Queiroz into second place at the moment. Coming up next here to follow up that performance, Angus Johnson comes out with the Ice Cream Man. Let's see what Angus Johnson has in store. Seems like he's aiming for those cars. Just waiting on the go. Yeah, there you go. He was just waiting on the go. Gonna aim for the cars here to start off the run. Nosedives it into the ground. Walks out a nice slap wheelie all the way across. Tries to double it up right there. Not able to get the rebound, but still. Nice wheelie right there all the way across the floor to start off the run. There you go. Another nice slap wheelie. Puts it on one wheel for a little bit right there. Sets it down. Into the jammer right there with a little bit of a sky wheelie. And I already tell you what, the floor is already so big. Angus, he's already gone just back and forth on the track once, and 30 seconds have already gone by. A huge puck, and look at that. A beautiful combo for the Ice Cream Man. He didn't even wheelie over the jump. He just kind of pogoed over the jump. Very unique approach to the pocket maneuver right there. He's going to ride out a little bit of a bicycle diagonally across the track. Has to slow down just a little bit right there. Doesn't want to hit that fun box or hit the barrier. Nice bit of a launch right there. Crosses it up and over the back of that step up. And a big sky wheelie. Look at that. Brake checking it in the air. Gets back on the throttle right there upon landing. Very solid driving here from Angus Johnson in the Ice Cream Man. Oh, it seemed like he did not want to go for that fun box hit. Sets him up, though, for this cut obstacle. Oh, man, kind of cases it right there on the vertex of that cut race lane. The truck is still in one piece, though. He's going to aim for the fun box here. Up and over that on the backside. Nicely done. Tries to use that car as like sort of like a berm right there to set up for the backflip. Oh my goodness, a hard landing on the front. And that is... Honestly, yeah, that's going to be it right there from the Ice Cream Man. A hard landing right there from Angus Johnson. I think we're going to need a neck brace for him as he comes out of the truck. As very tough landing right there. Tell you what, a solid run from Angus Johnson, the Ice Cream Man. He certainly had, I think, the biggest move of the night so far. As for the rest of the performance, though, I mean, it was very solid with the air and the momentum. Not sure if I'd say it was quite on par with what we saw out of Adam Boyne, though. Score is going to be a 21.5 out of 40. That's going to put Angus Johnson into second place. And again, he certainly had the biggest move of the night so far, in my opinion, with that sort of pogo pocket maneuver. But the rest of the run, it seemed like he wasn't really matching the transfers and the combinations compared to Adam Boyne. Got Ethan Pulowski coming out in the Raising Cane Racing finalist here. Ethan Pulowski, actually, I think if we look at the statistics, this guy has been more of a racer than he has been a freestyler this season. What Ethan Pulowski is able to do to follow up on his success in racing, a nice long distance launch right there up and over the center. And a lot of momentum up and over the cars, transfers it onto the fun box. There you go, nicely done. Over the jammer, huge launch up and over the front side of it, puts it into a slap wheelie, sets it down on the tabletop right there, uses the lip. Nicely done. Nice sky wheelie there, really hanging out in the air inside of the dome right here. Puts it into the back of the jammer. Beautiful launch up and over. I gotta give a lot of credit to the track crew out here, man. Tell you what, these obstacles are just perfect for freestyle. Oh my goodness, a huge launch. Oh my gosh. Ethan Pulowski. Oh man, that must have been a rough landing right there. Thankfully he has his senses right back underneath him, as he is going to continue the freestyle. Up and over the fun box right there. Tell you what, I believe the Racing Cane is a PEI. And of course, these machines, they have a bow tie in the front of the truck that the front ends stick out just a little bit right there. So you really have to be cautious when it comes to nosediving these machines. Nice high-speed combination right there along the right side of the course. Spins the truck around. This has just been, like, regardless of the hiccup, this has been a very solid performance here from the Racing Cane. Lands it on the backflip ramp. Oh my goodness. But as I say again, that front end of the truck catches the ground. And onto the barrier goes the Racing Cane with 30 seconds to go. That is it for Ethan Pulowski. What I feel like if Ethan was able to fill out the clock, possibly could have been looking at a new leader. Certainly the best air and momentum that we've seen. There's real good intelligence behind the wheel. However, that last move right there at the end really just costed him big time. Score is in. It will be a 19 out of 20 for Ethan Pulowski in the Raisin Cane. Is 6 trucks down to go. That had made no sense what I just said. 6 trucks down, 8 to go. Coming up next here, this is a guy who turned a lot of heads in the racing competition. Robert O'Neill, the semi-finalist, who lost to Irving Marin. Looking to seek redemption here, put some points on the board in freestyle. Robert O'Neill, tell you what, I mean, this is a guy who hasn't really been all that successful in freestyle. But he really turned some heads. I mean, he was able to make those improvements in racing. Let's see what he'll be able to do in freestyle. Huge launch up and over, and he almost clears the backflip ramp right there to start off the run. A super risky spot but able to make it work right there. Nicely done right there for Robert. And look at this, a huge transfer, crosses it over a 3-piece combo, makes it a 4-piece all the way across the track. What a combo right there from the Wildflower. Probably the fastest sequence of moves that we've seen here tonight. Very creative as well. Follows it up with a sky wheelie up and over the pyramid, or up and over the tabletop rather. Oh my goodness, look at the way how the rear end just reacted. I feel like there might be a little bit of sway bar issues right there on the Wildflower. Oh my gosh, he is dead! I don't know if we're going to be seeing Robert O'Neill next week. That, I mean, yeah. That's a death. My gosh. That was a explosive start to the run, but I believe he filled clock right here. The score is going to come. It's going to be a 17 out of 40 from Robert O'Neill and the Wildflower. Such an explosive start that he had, but not able to keep that going for the rest of the clock. Wow. I think that is the most fatal crash that we have ever seen here out of all 10 seasons of Monster Jam Live. Barring Jack Merkel from like St. Louis in season 7. As folks, that marks the halfway point of this freestyle competition. We got 7 competitors to go, and now we're really going to see the points pick up here. Possibly Julio Valon Jr. brings out the Monster Energy. This is a guy who has been on a tear in freestyle this season. Was not able to fill the clock last week, but I do remember he had an amazing run going for himself. Let's see what Julio Valon Jr. is able to do here. Is he going to start off with a backflip? No. It seems like he's going to start off... Oh, never mind. Completely baited me right there. I thought he was going to start with a corkscrew. He's going to spin the truck around. Gonna start off up and over the cars. Is he gonna get the transfer? Yes, downsides the lip, combos it over the other lip. High speed all the way down the left side of the track. A beautiful combo to start off. Real good momentum from the Monster Energy to get things started. Julio gonna nosedive into the ground. Nicely done. He set the wheelie down just in time to set the truck up for the jammer. Very nice setup. Gonna go up and over the fun box. Oh man, huge launch. Oh no! Oh, he's able to bring it back, Charlie Pocken style. There you go, that could have been catastrophic right there, but Julio Valon Jr., this guy is a veteran in Sim Monsters competition. He's been competing for more than a decade, I believe. Kind of scrubs the back end of that staging jump right there. Gonna go in for the corkscrew as he was teasing earlier before. Able to land it right there. Transitions right into the back of the step up. Nice combination. 60 seconds in, 60 seconds left. Big sky wheelie right there. The truck kind of levels out in the air. Combos it right and up and over the fun box. Like hands down the best flow and momentum that we've seen here tonight. Real good combinations, real good technical driving from Julio Valon Jr. Gonna go for another transfer. Able to land it right there. Probably the smoothest that we've seen anyone handle that fun box to fun box transfer all throughout the night. Combos it over the cars right there. Gonna hit this cut race lane. Oh my goodness. Pogos it hard on the rear end of the truck. Somersaults it. Is able to keep it going right there. Oh my goodness. Cases on the jammer though. A lot of hard hits right there, and I think, yeah, that's going to be it for Julio Valon Jr. and the Monster Energy. I think the officials kind of let him off the hook right there with that sky wheelie, the rebound on the back end. And then he completely cased it right there on the jammer. So, hey, what though? Arguably, I mean, he only left a matter of like, what, 16 or 17 seconds on the clock? And for Julio Valon Jr. in the Monster Energy. Score is in a 22.5 is the score for Julio Ballon Jr. in the Monster Energy. That puts him right into second place underneath Adam Boyne in the Time Flies. Tell you what, not filling the clock certainly hurt the score right there, but also just those little hiccups in the middle of the run. Kind of bringing down the number just a little bit right there. Adam Boyne in the Time Flies overall, just a little bit more control. Able to just hold onto that top spot right there in the freestyle competition. We still have 6 competitors to go. Here we go. Chadwick Deerfoot brings out the Bounty Hunter. Let's see. I'm very interested in seeing what this guy can do here on this floor. Chadwick Deerfoot, one of the more technical freestylers in Monster Jam Live. I mean, that's pretty much his whole motto when it comes to freestyle and sim monsters. And look at this. We're looking to see a huge slap wheelie all the way across the floor. Doubles it up. There you go. I remember a certain competitor went for that same move earlier. I believe it was Angus Johnson. Wasn't able to get the move. Chadwick Deerfoot able to get it perfectly right there and clears the pyramid right there to follow it up. Nice bit of a transfer right there, going from those cars into the fun box, the far side fun box. Up and over the column right there, nicely done. Gets a little bit of a downside with the rear tires. And a nice launch right there, kind of casing it, bottoming out right there on the vertex of that tabletop. Able to keep her going regardless. Huge bounce right there. Tell you what, Chadwick, he has this truck stanced up. A lot of juice in those shocks, as you can see just how much the truck kind of reacts as soon as he takes these landings. Up and over the jammer, goes for the transfer, smooth transfer, kind of bounces up and over the lips right there. Follows it up with a nice wheelie all the way across. There you go. Chadwick Deerfoot, tell you what, probably the most unique approach that we've seen to freestyle. He's seen that, like, everyone is just wanting to just, you know, kind of stand with their right foot through the floorboards, you know, just kind of throttle up into the jumps, full power. And Chadwick is kind of taking a little bit of a different approach here. Oh, goes for the backflip. Is he going to get the consecutive? He doesn't go for the consecutive, but he is able to save it right there. 21 seconds to go here for the Bounty Hunter. Really liking this performance so far. Certainly a huge juxtaposition in terms of the level of control that we've seen from other drivers here. Huge sky wheelie up and over. Pogos it right there on the landing. Oh my goodness. Able to bring it back on all fours before the backflip ramp, and that is time for the Bounty Hunter. Puts it into a bit of a walking wheelie right there. Holds it on one tire, sets her down. For Chadwick Deerfoot in the Bounty Hunter. Score is in a 26.5 for the Bounty Hunter. Chadwick Deerfoot is going to take the lead in this freestyle competition by 3 points. Very solid performance. I guess my only critique of that performance is that we didn't see the same sort of high speed and the same sort of energy and momentum compared to some of the other drivers here. It was a little bit conservative, but again, overall a very clean performance. Chadwick Deerfoot, a very unique approach to his freestyle. Stringing together a lot of wheelies, a couple of nice transfers, some good combos, really conserved a very controlled hang time. And that got him the lead right there. Jackson Mazzaros and the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm follows that performance up. Let's see what he has in store. Up and over the pyramid right there to start off, and a nice downside right there with the rear tires. There you go. Spins the truck around, attacks that pyramid one more time. Nice bit of a downside right there. Able to avoid the fun box. That could have been catastrophic. And he downsides that fun box right there with the left 2 tires. There you go. Very technical approach from Jackson Mazzaros to start off. He goes for that sort of fun box to fun box transfer that we've seen many other drivers go for. Up and over that tabletop right there. Solid launch right there. Stringing some combinations here on these very far ends of the track. Oh man, kind of bottoms out right there on the very end of that fun box. Able to keep it going. Nice launch up and over. Gonna slap it down. Able to put it into a slight bit of a pocket maneuver right there. Up and over the cars with a lot of momentum. Spins the truck back around, aiming for the fun box. There you go. We haven't seen anyone, again, use those sort of corner wedges on those hybrids, on those fun boxes. Jackson Mazzaro was able to make use of those. Very nice momentum. Very good flow. Goes for the backflip. A very clean backflip right there. Backs out of it immediately. No wasted time. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Dumps the truck over. Is he able to keep it off the wall? He keeps it off the wall. I so thought that truck was going to end up barreling into those barriers right there, but Jackson Mazzaro's had the peace of mind to put that thing in reverse. Very nice job right there. Good reactive driving. Goes for the fun box, and he downsides the backflip ramp. Jackson Mazzaro's the first driver to clear the backflip ramp in that sequence of moves. He's going to aim for the double log right there to end off the run. Puts it into a slap wheelie and crosses it up and over the race lane to end off the run. What a performance there from the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. Coming in for Jackson Mazzaro's in the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. Tell you what, a nice blend of everything in that performance. As the score is a 29.5 out of 40. Tell you what, new person in the hot seat right now. Jackson Mazzaro's in the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. Again, a very solid performance from Jackson. He landed that huge transfer going from the fun box, the backside of that backflip ramp. And of course, had very nice flow and momentum, very nice transitions in between hits, just keeping the action going and keeping things interesting as well. Certainly went for certain spots that we didn't see anyone else go for. Racing champion up here, Irving Martin in the Gravedigger. He is going to come out here looking for the double down. As Irving Martin, I will say, I think out of all the competitions here in Monster Jam Live this season, freestyle has kind of been his weakest point. And that's not any sort of shame on the guy, because he still had phenomenal freestyle performances, but just comparatively to the rest of the field, hasn't really been up there. Does that change here tonight? He starts off with a nice launch going up and over the step up. Puts a lot of speed into the cars right there. Lands on top of that fun box. Up and over that jammer. Able to land the transfer right there. Puts it into a little bit of a wheelie upon rebound. Nicely done right there. A good bit of a downside going up and over that tabletop. Huge launch up and over the pyramid. Able to downside it with the rear tires. Brings a lot of momentum into the back end of that staging jump. Spins the truck around right here, aiming for the fun box now. Oh man, a huge launch up and over. And able to go up and over the tabletop with a lot of momentum. There you go. Probably the fastest, the most momentum that we've ever seen drivers tackle that sequence of obstacles. More big air, able to rebound over the fun box. There you go. Nicely done from the Gravedigger. Big cross thread up and over. That's the biggest, the most air that we've seen anyone get up and over those cars. Holt Durham in the FS1 Cletus. I remember he came out, start off the freestyle with the cross threads like that. Irving Martin just came out and did that even bigger. Nice move-to-move combos here from the Gravedigger. Hold on to it. There you go. Keeping it going here. Irving Martin, tell you what, letting this thing hang loose. Oh my goodness, a huge backflip, having to rotate the axles in the air, but brings it back down on all fours. Oh my goodness, nosedives it, able to save it. Yes, he does. And somehow he keeps it off the wall. Irving Martin, the Gravedigger. Oh my goodness, goes coast to coast. A clean transfer. Look at that transition. Going from the fun box to the jammer. A very unique combination that worked out effortlessly. And that is going to be time, or in just a few seconds here. Rides the bicycle all the way across. Oh my goodness, he dumps it over. That is it for Irving Martin and the Gravedigger. No wall hits, all clean. All the stops there was Irving Martin in the Gravedigger. Tell you what, a phenomenal freestyle. A 33.5 or 33 flat is the score for the Gravedigger. That is going to put Irving Martin on top of the board here in freestyle. Freestyle has just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. We started out with Julio Valon Jr., then Chadwick Deerfoot, then Jackson Mazzaros, and Irving Martin just continuing to build this crescendo here in freestyle. I mean, a great performance out of the Gravedigger. Fantastic momentum. Just phenomenal big air combinations. And to follow up that performance is Josh Kingma in the Obsessed. Josh Kingma, this is a guy who has come close multiple occasions to winning freestyle this season, at least from what I can remember. Not able to really pull all the stops, though. Is he going to be able to do it here tonight? You can see him side shuffling in front of the truck, it seems. Yeah, there you go. He's going to teleport back into his cab. Let's see what Josh Kingma does behind the wheel of the Obsessed. This setup, I mean, it is tailor-made for freestyle. You can just see how juiced up those shocks are. Big launch right there. Look at that. The front two tires reaching the second deck of stands in the State Farm Stadium. Brings the truck around. There you go. Smooth corner right there into the fun box. Walks out a slap wheelie. Oh my goodness. There you go. Hold on to it. High speed combination all the way across, and he's able to hold on. Keeping up the momentum is Josh Kingma in the Obsessed. Nicely done right there. Kind of skims the side of the fun box right there. It's going to set him up for the jammer. More than 30 seconds into the run here. A little over 30. Up and over the fun box goes the Obsessed. Bounces it up and over the pyramid. There you go. Nice setup right in for that second half of the combination. Spins the truck around now in for the tabletop. Solid hang time right there with that sky wheelie. Oh man, hold on to it. Kind of on the ragged edge there as he's maneuvering up and over those fun boxes. Kind of using those obstacles there as a berm. He's going to jump up and over the backflip container, puts it into a slap wheelie. Nicely done. Puts it into the pyramid. Oh my goodness, he goes into the wall though. That is going to be it. Josh Kingma in the Obsessed. Tough break for Josh Kingma. He really came out swinging right there, but not able to get through. I believe it, what was it, like about a minute or so that he left on the clock, or a little over that. Tough break right there for Josh Kingma. Score is coming in. It will be a 22 for Josh Kingma in the Obsessed. And that leaves us with only 2 competitors to go in this freestyle competition. Irving Martin in the Gravedigger holds to that hot seat with a 33 out of 40. Here we go. This guy got second place in freestyle last time out in Anaheim, California. It is Jeff Gordon in Maximum Destruction. Jeff Gordon still looking to hold on to his hopes of winning a Monster Jam Live Series title. As we're just entering the halfway mark, or we're just within the halfway mark of the season, so there's still a lot of events left to go. A couple of events. Starts off with some nice air up and over. Huge rebound right there. Beautiful height going up and over the jammer as well to follow up. Up and over the fun box right there. Combos it into the fun box in the center of the track. Oh, look at that. He rebounds up and over that first platform on the tabletop, on the pyramid. Very nice move right there for Jeff Gordon in the Maximum Destruction, really using that suspension setup to his advantage. Another nice tight-knit combination from the Maximum Destruction, walking out a little bit of a slap wheelie, makes it a 3-piece. Spins her around, going up and over the cars. Look at the distance up and over Puts it into a slap wheelie. Hold on to it. There you go. Spins it around right here. Gonna go for a cross thread. There you go. First driver to really attack that face on the pyramid. Goes up and over, follows it up with a cross thread over that fun box again. Is he setting up for some sort of move right here? Yes, he is. Up and over the fun box. A huge launch. And look at that. Able to just rebound right there onto the back of that race lane. Spins the truck around. 40 seconds to go. 1/3 of the freestyle to go here for the maximum destruction. A big cross thread as he kind of crosses over that entire collage of obstacles. Setting up for the backflip container right here. Oh! Oh no, I'm not sure what he was going for there, but he is able to land it. I feel like he was probably trying to downside the crevice in between that backflip ramp and the jammer. Not really able to get it though, as he's going to continue just cross-threading up and over this collage of obstacles. Really nice cross-threading here from Adrian. Certainly the high point in this freestyle. Few seconds to go here for the maximum destruction. And that is it right here from Jeff Gordon. Slides it right there on the sidewalls, dumps it over. And that's going to be it for the maximum destruction. Going to try to save it right here for the crowd. But that is going to be it. Scores are going to come in for Jeff Gordon. Coming in, it will be a 30 out of 40 for Jeff Gordon in the maximum destruction. Not quite on the same level as what we saw from Irving Martin and the Gravedigger, so that's why it's just going to put him in second place as of now. However, a great performance nonetheless. It did seem like he was kind of sticking to one region of the track just a little bit too much in that freestyle, though. He was really working that right side of the track a lot, especially near the fun boxes and such. And folks, last up here for freestyle, this guy is on a winning streak here, looking for his third freestyle win in a row, is Jacob Cervantes and El Toro Loco, the defending world freestyle champion here in this season of Monster Jam Live. Gonna go up and over the jammer to start off, whips it in the air, and he downsides it. Look at that, the first driver to downside that sequence of moves the whole night. And he's going to whip it up and over that sort of cross-section of the tabletop. Jacob Cervantes, you can see all throughout the season, he has been super fixated on getting those clean downsides. And again, you can see that once again, a beautiful transfer for the El Toro Loco. Nice move-to-move combination right there. Look at that, just landing right in the valley of those cars right there and able to keep the momentum going. Follows it up mid there, makes it a three-piece combination over the back of that tabletop, spins her around into the cars, and goes right into the front side of the pyramid to follow it up. Very good momentum here from Jacob Cervantes and the El Toro Loco, really matching the high energy and the speed and the pacing. Nice downside, puts it right into the cars. I can't even count how many hits this guy's already made into his freestyle. This entire freestyle just feels like one long continuous combination. Works his way into the center of the floor, gets his pat into downside off the center. Beautiful launch right there as he whips the truck around, really making use of every inch of floor space. Another nice downside, puts that momentum right into the fun box. Beautiful technical combination. Jacob Cervantes, man, I tell you what, I don't know how this guy does it. He's going to go in for the cross thread. He jumps over the container, and he's able to do it, or not container, the backflip mound. And that sets him up for the cut section here on this collage. Another smooth downside. This is just like, when you take a look at the speed and the air that Jacob is getting, you can imagine that, you know, so many drivers, they would struggle to maintain that sort of proactive control over the truck. Jacob is making all of this look effortless right now. There has been no wasted action, no wasted motion. He's got 10 seconds to go. Oh my goodness, a huge backflip. Able to land it into a bit of a wheelie. Folks, I think we have a winner. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything right here, but I mean, I tell you what, that was an insane performance from the El Toro Loco. Score is coming in for Jacob Cervantes and the El Toro Loco. And it is a 35 out of 40 for the third week in a row. Jacob Cervantes in El Toro Loco wins freestyle. And in my honest opinion, that was probably the freestyle of the season. I think that beats out all the freestyles I personally had in Stadium Championship Series East. That was an unbelievable run from Jacob. Effortless is the word that I would use to describe that performance. Jacob Cervantes with a phenomenal performance. However, we do have an overall event champion to crown. We have tallied up all of the points.
That old red dirt, the first thing you learn is you don't.
The winner here, scoring 38 out of 42 possible points, it is Jacob Cervantes in El Toro Loco, walking out of the State Farm Stadium with the overall event championship. I mean, tell you what, Jacob Cervantes, this guy looks unstoppable here in freestyle over in Stadium Championship Series West. And we still got 2 more events to go here in this series. But before then, folks, that has been it here for the action in the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Tomorrow, we continue the action in Fox Sports 1 Stadium Championship Series East, where I will be competing in the Gravedigger alongside names like Mark Culinary in the Saigon Shaker, Blake Thompson in the Maximum Destruction, you name it. Jason Poe in the Scooby-Doo, of course. Then on Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern, we're going to see guys like Tyler Richmond, Jack Merkel, Aaron Lurie, Devin Dawes, the whole lot come out to play for Stadium Championship Series 3. And then on Thursday, we see Stadium Championship Series 4 take to the track here. They're going to have a Jersey-style course over in Minneapolis. I believe that's where they're going to be headed. So, folks, a whole week of action here from Monster Jam Live. You don't want to miss out on any of it. I've been Brandon Adam calling the action, and I'll see you tomorrow on the track for Fox Sports 1 Stadium Championship Series East.
If you're looking for something to love, you gotta let me know. I put the sun in an elevator and took it to my home.